Well, hello, my rays of sunshine. Got an interesting video today. I got a video that was in the year making, and it's done. The year is up, and we have a completed video. So, if you want to see some horrific before and after, and this year's journey, come on back and join me. Well, hello, my rays of sunshine, and how are you today? I am blessed. Little cooler weather. It's only in the 80s, and not as quite humid, so a little bit better. Well, today is a special day. This video is a special video. This video took a year to make. Now you ask, how did it take a year to make a video? Well, let me tell you. This is the point. You need to get something to drink, sweet tea, sun tea, lemonade, nice cup of coffee or tea, maybe a snack. But this video is going to blow your mind. It blew my mind. In fact, I think my husband says, "Who's that?" So, get comfy. Let's get started. And welcome to my home. Welcome to my life. And thank you all for letting me share it with you. Well, we're going to start this story a year ago. July 15th, 2024. I woke up. It just so happened that was my 28th wedding anniversary that day. Woke up. Wasn't feeling too good. Head felt funky. Felt like my heart was going to beat out of my chest. But I couldn't breathe. I couldn't catch my breath. I was scared. My husband was scared. So we called an ambulance. Well, he called an ambulance. And I was taken to a hospital. Well, that's where my journey all began. So, I was diagnosed with a whole bunch of stuff. And I'm going to go over some of these diagnoses with you because these may be something that we share, that we have in common, or another family member or friend. All right. The first diagnosis came from a cardiologist. And they said, well, you've got tachycardia. My heart rate was around between 175 and 190 beats per minute. Not cool. High blood pressure. Okay. Here's the big one. They did an echo and they did a stent. And they said, well, honey, you got heart valve disease. The right side of my heart, the valve has hardened. It's not pumping like it should. And just, I guess, the cardiologist, for good measure, threw in congestive heart failure. Okay. Then we get the pulmonologist coming in. And they said, well, you've got asthma. Okay. A lot of people have asthma. Well, you've also got cystic lung disease. This is after being in the hospital for a week and just tests and scans and tests and scans. So you have cystic lung disease. And because of your previous bouts of pneumonia, your right lung is a third gone, just scar tissue. I said, okay. Now, this is the point. I was on a ventilator in the hospital. All right. So then the vascular specialist comes in. Well, you've got your blood work results back. Okay. Now I'm thinking, you can't tell me worse than the cardiologist or pulmonologist. Well, you have an autoimmune disease. Okay. And you also have lupus anticoagulitis. And I'm like, what is lupus anticoagulitis? Well, my blood ain't right. So they put me on warfarin. And that warfarin was a whole new experience. It's still experience. I have to test my blood every week. And that dose of warfarin goes up and down, up and down. And the side effects are not good to warfarin. You just feel drained, you feel tired. I said, okay, but I can get over this. Well, let's throw in one more specialist while we're there. Gastroenterologist. Acid reflux. Everybody has acid reflux. No big deal. GERD. Okay, GERD. Diverticulitis. Okay, now 15 years ago, I'd had that operated on one time and they took a section of my bowels out. But okay. You also have a hiatal hernia about the size of a softball in your chest, which is not helping your heart valve and your lung condition. Okay. And just for good measure, we're going to throw in gastroparesis. What is gastroparesis? Well, your stomach muscles don't work. They don't squeeze the food to push it through your stomach. Okay. But there's a drug for that, right? And one of your scans showed fatty liver disease. Okay. So after a week of testing, I was diagnosed with a cardiologist, gastroenterologist, pulmonologist, and vascular specialist. Okay. Well, this meant a lot of medications. Last year, from July 15th to December 1st, off and on, I spent 91 days in the hospital. 91 days. I ended up with a couple other little problems. I ended up with a blood clot in both of my lungs. I ended up with 2 blood clots in my left arm. This is getting used to this warfarin. And I had a rough time. I had a really rough time. But here's the interesting thing. You know, sometimes as you get older, you put on a couple pounds, but you don't think about it. You think, well, I look good, I dress good, you know, a little chubby, but that's okay. Well, on July 15th, 2024, when I checked into the hospital, I weighed 253 pounds. When I heard that number, I went, oh my gracious, I weigh more than my husband. I was devastated. And then to hear all these problems I'm having, I'm like, okay, weight and exercise has got to be a factor in this. So, with the help of the doctors and the help of dietitians and physical therapy, I turned my life around. And I give God all the glory for getting me through all that and getting me where I am today. He has given the doctors the power to treat me with procedures and medications. To God be the glory. God has healed me. I'm not well. I still take 31 different medications every day. I still go to the doctors all the time. Check my blood once a week. But I am here and I am happy. Now, I'm going to get into a little more detail about my year's journey. But before then, I thought I'd give you a little entertainment. Got a little entertainment for you. So, I have put together a little slideshow of some before at 253 pounds and some after at what I am now. I'll tell you what I am now, and we'll discuss it when we come back. So, sit back and enjoy my life from a year ago to today. Well, what'd you think? Little different, huh? Little different. July 15th, 2024, I was 253 pounds. July 15th, 2025, I am 142 pounds. It's a lot of weight. As I hope you can see in the pictures, I hope I look better. But I'm still not at my ideal weight. The doctors want me at 130. So I got 12 more pounds to go. But I feel good. I have more energy. I'm active. I breathe better. Now you ask, how did I do this? Well, we started out with some physical therapy in the hospital and physical therapy when I came home from the hospital. I did a little. It didn't do a lot. It didn't do a lot. I took those exercises, did some on my own, but it didn't do a lot. But then I met with a dietitian who changed my whole way of thinking, my whole world. Now, I knew taking warfarin, I couldn't have vitamin K. That hurt. Vitamin K is in your green vegetables. No more salads. No more collard greens. There's a lot of food restrictions when you're on warfarin. So if you're on warfarin, I understand. I feel your pain. Sometimes I just want a salad. But the key, believe it or not, to losing weight, I mean, drinking water's great. In fact, I drink 4 bottles of water a day. Not straight water, because I don't like straight water. I put my Crystal Light in it, which dietitian said was fine. So I drink 4 bottles of water a day. Everything I eat is low fat. Now, not necessarily the package says no low fat, but if you look at the fat on the product label, which I have learned to read product labels like book. I don't buy anything without looking at the product labels anymore. But if it's 10 grams of fat or less, it's considered low fat. So don't think you got to pay these exorbitant prices for low fat things. No, you don't. Just look at the label. All right. Then the secret to losing weight, I found out, is protein. Did you know that protein burns fat? I kid you not. That's what I said when she first told me. Protein. Why does it matter how much protein I get? Protein burns fat. Okay, whatever you say. Well, she was right. They suggest if you're trying to lose weight, that you have 0.03% of your total body weight in grams of protein. Well, I was 253 pounds. That would have been too much protein from my system and with my other issues. So I started a diet of 60 grams of protein every day. I drank protein shakes for a while, got tired of them, found unflavored protein powder, put it in everything, from my oatmeal to my vegetables to anything I cooked, even my yogurt and my applesauce. Even though the yogurt was higher protein, I put protein powder in it. 60 grams of protein a day. And it works. It works. So, yes, I'm restricted in my diet by vitamin K and some things with taking the warfarin. But anything else I can eat. All I do is drink my 4 bottles of water, make sure everything is 10 grams of fat or less, and have 60 grams of protein. I still, with my back, y'all know I had back surgery. I got rods, pins, screws with my back and my RA, my knees. I can't walk. Certainly can't run. I haven't been on a treadmill in 20 years. But there are things we can do. I don't know if you saw my chair yoga. That chair yoga pulls the muscles from the core to tone you up. Because that was one of the first things one of my doctors said. You've lost over 100 pounds, but you're not saggy. You're not flabby. You don't have all this loose skin and rolls. Drinking water prevents that and weight loss. And protein. Protein destroys the fat. And that's what hangs. And that's what loose skin is the fat. So that's my secret. Like I said, right now, a year later, I'm 142. My goal is 130. And I will get there. And it's not hard. It's not a struggle. It was at first. I am not going to tell you a story. It was at first. But it's not now. And I've had the surgeries to take care of my hiatal hernia, my diverticulitis. They did a bowel resection for scar tissue. They did a bypass to take the gastroparesis section out of my stomach that was dead and not moving. I don't know what else they did. But I've had many surgeries and many things to fix everything as much as they could. I'm still looking at heart surgery, but I'm going to try to put that off as long as I can. But look what God has done for me. I am here. I am happy. I am full of joy. And I thank God every day that I woke up for what He brought me through. From being on a ventilator and 10 liters of oxygen. I was let home from the hospital on 4 liters of oxygen. Continuous oxygen. And look at me now. I don't need oxygen. I need my inhaler once in a while. Nebulizer treatment once in a while. But look what God has done. And God can do it for you. But I'm also a firm believer that you have to help yourself. You have to make up your mind. That's what I had to do. I had to make up my mind. And you know, my shocker was 253 pounds. More than my husband. You could have hit me with a Mack truck. I was like, no. This is not me. This is not who I am. I'm better than this. I have grandchildren. I want to live to enjoy my grandchildren. So, that's where I am. I've got a little bit more to lose, 12 more pounds, but I will. And I'm happier. I don't get as hot. I don't have a fan blowing on me 24/7. I mean, we're talking AC on, ceiling fan on, and another fan. When I was overweight, no, I take that back. When I was fat, I was hot all the time. So try it. It's a healthy way to not change your diet. Add protein. They got tons of protein powders: chocolate, vanilla, strawberry, unflavored. Try it. Just add some protein to your diet. See if that doesn't help you out. I didn't exercise. I couldn't. I didn't walk. I couldn't. Protein. But remember, when you're taking in that protein that's going to burn that fat, you need to drink water because you don't want saggy skin. You don't want to have those fat cells and everything. You want your skin to stay taut and fresh. So drink water. And low fat, 10 grams or less. And you don't have to get low fat food that says low fat. No, there's lots of foods that are low fat. Regular foods. So eat in moderation. And the secret to eating is to eat slow. I know that sounds strange, but I was told it should take 30 minutes to eat a meal. Because the slower you chew, the slower you digest, the sooner you're going to fill up. If you just eat, like I used to do in front of the TV, they said, don't eat in front of the TV. But you just eat and eat and eat, and then you're full, you're stuffed. Chew your food thoroughly. Help your digestive system. You don't want hiatal hernias. You don't want gastroparesis. You don't want GERD. You don't want reflux. You don't want diverticulitis. Chew your food thoroughly. So those are the pointers that I can give you that I've personally experienced and what I've been through. And by the grace of God, I am here and healthier than I've been in years. And I know you're going to ask, well, what happened on July 15th, 2024? Well, didn't go to the doctor much. Only went to the doctor when I was on death's door. Literally. I had to be really sick, high fever, whatever. I didn't get regular checkups. I didn't get what I should have gotten. So please, get your yearly physical. Get your checkups. Don't let something sneak up on you that can put you in the hospital for 91 days in 6-month period. Don't. So that's my story. That's where I started. That's where I am now. And praise be to God, I am here now. God is awesome. God is awesome. Was this journey easy at points? In the beginning, no. Is it now? Oh, yes. I have my eating and drinking schedules down. And I pretty much eat what I want, except vitamin K. So, stay strong. Take care of yourself. You have people that love you. We want you around. So take care of yourself. Well, that's all I have to say about that. If you have any questions, my email is in the description. You can send me an email. You can leave something in the comments. And now I have a P.O. box. That address is in the description also. If you want to old-fashioned like me and write letters and cards. So, this is the sad part of the video. Our time is done with sharing. But this is the best part of the video because we're going to share a scripture, a verse, words from God that are reassuring and loving and something we need, something we are going through, we have experienced. God always shows up. So let's see what he has for us today. Psalms. See? Psalms chapter 9, verse 9. The Lord is the refuge of the oppressed, a stronghold in times of trouble. A refuge for the oppressed, a stronghold in times of trouble. Turn to God. Don't just turn to God when things are rock bottom. Turn to God every day. Ask Him for what you need, but praise Him and thank Him. Give Him His glory for what He has given you and what He has done for you. So, Lord willing, we have another video of who knows what. Cooking, shopping, crafting, book club, Temu. I don't know. Never know. Never know with me. Whatever the Holy Spirit hits me with is what we got. And we got a lot more surprises on this channel. A lot more new things popping up. But until then, stay blessed. And remember, Genesis 31:49. The Lord watched between me and thee when we are absent from one another.